YouTube. What the fuck are you doing? Like, seriously, what the fuck are you even thinking at the moment? This is probably one of the dumbest decisions I think you've ever made on the entire fucking history of your platform, and you've made some pretty fucking dumb decisions, okay? Hey guys, it's Rats here, back with a new video. I had to put this video together pretty quickly, just unscripted, because I thought it would be important that I cover this, because this is, like, actually got my blood boiling, because this is just like, this just goes to show how YouTube is just so out of touch with like their actual user base and their community and all that, and so out of touch with the people that actually watch the content on this platform. It's fucking unreal. Like, I don't understand why YouTube feels the need to make such incredibly dumb decisions based on feedback that nobody has been giving them. For those of you who are unaware, YouTube has made the split decision that they're going to go ahead and remove the dislike button. Or rather, I'm sorry, they're going to make it invisible to the general public, but creators will still be able to. Now, there have been numerous conspiracy theories as to why YouTube might have done this. I'm just going to address one of them right off the bat. And as for the others, you guys can make up your own mind. I don't think it's because YouTube Rewind got a bunch of dislikes. I don't know. There's been so many YouTube Rewinds getting so many dislikes, it wouldn't make sense for them to do it this late. See it. Okay, I don't know. I'm going to have to stop you right there, YouTube. Like, just a couple of things. I'm going to have to ask the question straight off the bat here. How is it beneficial for creators to see their own dislike button, but not beneficial for the audiences to see the dislike button? Like, just think about this for a moment, okay? What use has a creator got for seeing that their video got bad feedback, right? Except for the fact that, my video's gotten bad feedback, right? Whatever. But what about us, the audience? Like, let's say hypothetically, right? I was coming across a YouTube video, and, like, it had some dodgy information in it, and I wanted to find out if this information was dodgy or not. The only real way that I could check is to look at the like to dislike ratio. That informs me, as a user, about the quality of the video, and whether or not the information in it is safe or not. That was the entire purpose of the fucking dislike button. That's why it was fucking there. It's not like it was there just to, like, sit there with its thumb in its ass. Like, what? This is so fucking unbelievably dumb. I can't even begin to describe where to actually begin. It's just unreal. How on earth is somebody supposed to know if a video is actually fucking good or not?
Yes, well, the video creator is capable of.
YouTube has put out a couple of tweets about this, and I'm just going to read them for you guys right now.
Earlier this year, we launched an experiment making the dislike count private.
Yeah, and we hated it.
Based on what we learned, the dislike button is staying, but the count is now private to creators in studio to help prevent targeted attacks.
Wow. Are you fucking for real, YouTube? Hypothetically, let's say there was a video that said click the link in the description to get free Fortnite V-Bucks, and you click the link in the description, you get fucking malware on your PC, right? What's a way that I can double check that perhaps the video is not that accurate? Oh, maybe I can have a look at the dislike. Oh, no, there's nothing there. Yeah, no, fuck it. I may as well just, like, test it out for myself. And then YouTube would say, well, just check the comment section. The creator's deleting comments. You can't fucking win. It's just like,
we know not everyone will agree with this decision.
That's a drastic understatement, YouTube. Nobody wants this feature. Nobody asked for this feature. What is actually going through your thick fucking skulls you think anyone on this platform could possibly benefit from this feature? Except for people that can't take criticism and want to hide their fucking dislikes. All this does is enable the wankers on this website and allows them to fucking roam free and do whatever they want. No negative consequences whatsoever.
But we believe it's the right thing to do to make YouTube safer for creators to express themselves.
Yeah, newsflash, YouTube. Creators don't need protection from users. More than likely, I'm just gonna throw something out there, maybe a hypothetical scenario. The user base of YouTube has to be protected, not the fucking creators. I'm just putting this out there, like, just, I don't know, it's just a crazy idea, like, your customers, the people that use your fucking website, those guys. But no! We need to make sure that the creators are perfectly safe and protected in their nice little bubble while the users fucking suffer and get viruses on their PC and all this other crap. When something is so fucking infuriating that you just can't even begin to, like, string words together in a coherent sentence in a way that actually makes sense, right? That's the way I'm thinking right now. I'm seeing red. This is so unbelievably stupid. All I can see in my mind is the YouTube logo and then someone smashing it. That's all I can see, right? I just want it fucking gone. And the tweet links to this YouTube video right here called 'called Update to YouTube's Dislike Count. More like a fucking down day. Let's watch it together, shall we?
'Cause the dislike button is staying, but the count is now private to creators in studio to help prevent targeted attacks. Wow. Are you fucking for real, YouTube? Like, this is so dumb. I can't even begin to describe where to actually begin. It's just like, we know not everyone will agree with this decision.
Let's watch it together, shall we?
Hey folks,
Yeah, he definitely doesn't look like someone that's in touch with the user base.
you may have seen a while back that YouTube announced it was experimenting with making dislike counts private to only the creator of the video.
It's a fucking brilliant idea.
Now, if you're like me, you were surprised by that.
Only a little bit, man. Only a little bit. I was only a tiny bit surprised by it, you know, like, surprised because nobody fucking asked for it, you know, like, that has a tendency to make me a little bit surprised. The funny thing is, like, looking at this video, is the dislikes.
I mean, I've always thought seeing the number of dislikes on a video helps us know as viewers if it's a good video or not, if it's a helpful tutorial or not, or if what a creator is saying in their video is generally agreed with or not.
Yeah, that would be the general gist of it, mate. Yeah, that's kind of the entire purpose of it. My spider senses are tingling. I suspect that there is a big fat butt coming.
But
There it is.
unfortunately, research teams at YouTube have found there's this whole other use for disliking a video that I had never experienced as a creator, and you may not have either.
Yes, so the research team. I'm sure they're fucking scientists, you know, that are like, you know, the world's top scientists at YouTube HQ, man. They're just really fucking knocking their brains together, man, with this fucking brilliant YouTube stuff, you know. They know what they're talking about, better than their user base, that's for sure. Actually, come to think of it, I have actually experienced negative feedback as a creator. I have, in fact, been dislike bombed. Some dislike bombs I perhaps deserved, others I didn't. But at the end of the day, we all make mistakes, and we have to own those mistakes, and we have to learn from those mistakes. Although, mind you, I think Just Destiny's fan base attacking my video probably wasn't the best. But that provides great content for me, and I can make videos making fun of the people that are harassing my videos. And it's important for freedom of expression for people to be able to dislike YouTube videos, so that way, right, I can have feedback as a creator, and the audience, when they come to my video, can have feedback as well. It's, as much as I may disagree with wankers who come across my videos and dislike it and all that, I allow all comments and everything in my comment section. Even if they're telling me that my channel is trash, I don't give a fuck, because, quite frankly, it's beneficial to me as a creator and beneficial for the user to have an open experience where they can say whatever they want to say, even if it makes me feel pretty fucking horrible. Especially if there's genuine negative feedback that I have to hear from my fans. Yeah, moving on.
Apparently, groups of viewers are targeting a video's dislike button to drive up the count, turning it into something like a game with a visible scoreboard.
That's not the purpose of so-called dislike bombings. I've never heard any situations where the dislike button has been used as like a scoreboard. Generally, if a video is being disliked en masse, there's a perfectly good reason for it.
And it's usually just because they don't like the creator or what they stand for.
Sometimes people dislike a video because they disagree with it. What the fuck ever? It's not the end of the world. Move on. Even if I were to grant, hypothetically, right, that this were true, and people were just using the dislike button as a disagree button, who cares? It's not as if the fucking universe is going to collapse in on itself if somebody clicks a fucking button.
That's a big problem when half of YouTube's mission is to give everyone a voice.
Except the audience. Your mission is to try and give everyone a voice, and yet you're going to try and remove one of the most vital tools that's used for the audience to have their voice heard. No matter how you look at it, how does this make any sense from any kind of logical standpoint? Yeah, about those fucking research teams at YouTube HQ, you might want to throw them in the bin now because they're clearly fucking useless. This is just YouTube ramming their big fat cock up our ass and asking us to take it. That's basically what it is.
Without a public dislike count, how can viewers tell if a video is worth watching?
They can't.
Again, I kind of had this question too, but it turns out that while viewers might use the dislike count to give them a sense of a video's worth, when the teams looked at the data across millions of viewers and videos in the experiment, they didn't see a noticeable difference in viewership, regardless of whether they could see the dislike count or not. In other words, it didn't really matter if a video had a lot of dislikes or not, they still watched.
Just because the audience is still watching videos that have been mass disliked, that doesn't mean that they're not using the dislike button as a way to gauge the video's quality or not. It just means that they're still watching it. And of course they're still watching it. If a shitload of fucking people dislike a video, it still ends up in people's YouTube recommended section, based on interaction. That doesn't mean that they're not using the fucking dislike bar to judge the video's quality at all. They're still doing it. It doesn't matter whether they're watching it or not. That's a completely separate issue. You are addressing the wrong question. The question that is being asked is how can the audience tell if the video is of good quality or not. Not how can the audience tell if the video is worth watching or not. It's if the video is of good quality or not. If the information contained within the video is good information or not. And when you remove the dislike button, that removes that ability for the audience to do that. It's common sense, dude. Now you can tell he's avoiding the question and answering something completely different because he knows that the actual core issue is whether or not the audience can judge the quality of a video or not. And not only knows he's not going to address that question because he knows he's backed into a corner by, the YouTube audience. It's just that simple.
Next common question. If creators can still see the dislike count on the back end, how's that any different? They can see it if they look for it inside Studio Analytics under the Engagement tab. But overall, it's much less likely to cause stress and embarrassment if the count isn't visible to the public.
The feeling of the creator and the stress and the embarrassment of the creator are second to none compared to the experience of the user base. I do not give a fuck if the creator is crying because one person disliked their video. If that creator is uploading a video on YouTube saying to drink bleach as let's say a cure for something, who cares about that creator's feelings? They're a monster, okay? At the end of the day, they're a monster and they deserve, at the very least, to have their feelings hurt, okay? Which is fucking nothing compared to what they actually realistically do deserve for doing something like that. And those are the last parts of that video that are worth responding to. And now it's time for my final thoughts on this subject. As you can imagine, nobody is happy about this feature. I'm not happy about it. I don't think anyone in the comment section of this video is going to be happy about it. And I don't think anyone who watched the video by YouTube itself is happy about it. YouTube, on behalf of myself, the entire user base, just everyone, anyone with a functioning brain in general, except for someone who really can't take criticism. Please don't do this. And yeah, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.